Ukrainian red and black flag. The red and black flag is one of Ukraine's most divisive symbols. Red stands for the bloodshed for the nation, black for the fertile soil of its land. Its modern history begins in 1941, when the Organization of Ukrainian Nationalists adopted it as their banner, later carried by the Ukrainian Insurgent Army. The controversy lies in what the UPA did under that flag. Between 1943 and 1944, UPA fighters carried out ethnic cleansing operations against Polish civilians in Volhynia and eastern Galicia. In Poland, these events are remembered as genocide, and the flag remains permanently tainted by association. For many Poles, displaying it is comparable to flying fascist symbols. In independent Ukraine, however, the flag returned as a nationalist emblem. It was taken up by groups like Right Sector and UNA, and later became a frontline symbol in the war against Russia. For supporters, it represents resistance, sacrifice, and the struggle for national survival. For critics, it is inseparable from wartime atrocities and extremist politics. Internationally, the flag has become a flashpoint. In 2025, its appearance at a concert in Warsaw led to detentions and political fallout, with Poland's prime minister warning that such incidents risk driving a wedge between Warsaw and Kyiv. Discussions are ongoing in Poland about banning OUN and UPA symbols outright. The red and black flag embodies one of Europe's deepest contradictions. In Western Ukraine, it is flown as a patriotic standard, while in Poland and Russia, it is condemned as extremist. It is not just a banner of identity, it is a reminder of history's bloodiest divides, still capable of unsettling diplomacy today. Belarus white-red-white flag. The white-red-white tricolor has deep historical roots in Belarus. It was first adopted in the early 20th century by the short-lived Belarusian People's Republic and revived after the collapse of the Soviet Union. From 1991 to 1995, it served as the official flag of the independent Belarusian state. In 1995, following a controversial referendum and the consolidation of power by Alexander Lukashenko, the tricolor was replaced with a design based on the former Soviet Belarusian flag. Since then, the white-red-white flag has been redefined as the symbol of the opposition. It became especially prominent during the 2020 presidential election protests, where it was carried by large crowds demanding democratic reforms. Today, the flag is classified as an extremist symbol under Belarusian law. Possession or display can result in fines, arrest, or imprisonment. Despite this, it remains widely used by the Belarusian diaspora and opposition groups abroad, serving as a symbol of resistance and democratic aspiration. The white-red-white flag illustrates a central contradiction. Once the state emblem of independence, it is now outlawed by the same government it once represented. It continues to stand for an alternative vision of Belarus that rejects authoritarian rule and seeks political and cultural self-determination. North Epirus flag. The flag associated with the short-lived autonomous Republic of Northern Epirus was a variant of the Greek flag, a white cross on a blue field bearing a black, double-headed eagle at the center, closely resembling Byzantine heraldry. It appeared during an uprising against the newly formed Albanian state, as segments of the local Greek population sought union with Greece. After Albania's independence in 1912, a substantial Greek community remained within its new borders. In early 1914, Greek leaders in the south proclaimed the Autonomous Republic of Northern Epirus. The entity was brief, but the symbolism endured. Today, the flag functions as a marker of identity for parts of the Greek minority in southern Albania and within diaspora groups. Albanian authorities, by contrast, view it as a separatist emblem tied to territorial claims. While Greece states it has no territorial ambitions in Albania, the flag periodically appears at nationalist rallies and commemorations in Greece and among Northern Epirus advocacy organizations. Its public display can trigger incidents at sporting fixtures or cultural events. In Albania, it may draw police attention, while in Greece it underscores unresolved minority rights debates and historical grievances. The North Epirus flag thus remains a potent symbol in a region where shifting borders left overlapping national and ethnic claims. Luhansk flag. The flag of the self-proclaimed Luhansk People's Republic consists of 3 horizontal stripes: light blue, dark blue, and red. It was first adopted in 2014 during the outbreak of armed conflict in eastern Ukraine, when pro-Russian separatists declared independence from Kyiv. The design reflects both local symbolism and Russian influence. Supporters describe the 2 shades of blue as representing the sky and rivers of the Donbas region, while the red stands for sacrifice and resilience. Its adoption coincided with similar separatist flags in neighboring areas, creating a visual link to movements seeking closer alignment with Russia. Internationally, the flag is highly contentious. Ukraine and most of the world recognize Luhansk as sovereign Ukrainian territory, making the flag a symbol of illegal separatism and foreign-backed occupation. In Ukraine, displaying it can lead to criminal prosecution under laws prohibiting separatist propaganda. In Russia, however, the flag is treated as a legitimate emblem of ethnic Russians and Russian-speaking communities in the Donbass. The controversy is intensified by timing. Unlike historical regional symbols, the Luhansk flag emerged in the context of ongoing military conflict. It is therefore directly associated with warfare, displacement, and the breakdown of territorial integrity. Its use signifies not only regional identity but also active participation in one of Europe's most significant geopolitical crises. The Luhansk flag remains inseparable from the conflict that created it, serving both as a banner of separatist identity and as a reminder of the unresolved war in eastern Ukraine. Cornwall flag. The flag of Cornwall, known as St. Piran's cross, consists of a white cross on a black field. The flag has been used for centuries in association with Cornish identity and is today officially recognized. In modern times, the flag has taken on significance beyond heritage. For many Cornish people, it represents a distinct Celtic identity within the United Kingdom, tied to the Cornish language, cultural traditions, and a sense of regional uniqueness. Its controversy lies less in legality than in interpretation. For activists, the flag is a symbol of Cornwall's separate identity, and in some cases, a call for greater autonomy or independence. For others, it is simply a regional emblem with no political implications. While movements for Cornish independence remain small, the use of the flag highlights the tension between regional expression and the centralized British state. Cornwall occupies an ambiguous position, not a separate country, yet not fully integrated as just another English county. The Council of Europe has recognized the Cornish as a national minority, reinforcing the argument that Cornwall is culturally distinct. In this context, St. Piran's cross is more than a local emblem. It has become a symbol of political recognition and cultural resilience. Though less contentious than flags associated with separatist conflicts, St. Piran's cross reflects the ongoing debate over identity and governance in post-Brexit Britain. It illustrates how even in relatively stable regions, flags remain powerful markers of belonging and political aspiration. Belarus Pahonia flag. The Pahonia, depicting a mounted knight in pursuit, is one of the oldest heraldic symbols associated with Belarus. It originated in the Grand Duchy of Lithuania during the Middle Ages, a state that encompassed much of present-day Belarus. For centuries, it appeared on seals, banners, and coats of arms under Polish, Lithuanian, and later Russian rule, enduring as a marker of Belarusian heritage. In the 20th century, the Pahonia resurfaced during attempts at Belarusian independence. It was briefly used by nationalist movements following the collapse of the Russian Empire and later adopted once more in 1991 when Belarus declared independence after the dissolution of the Soviet Union. For several years, the Pahonia functioned as the official coat of arms, displayed alongside the white-red-white flag. This changed after Alexander Lukashenko consolidated power. In 1995, both the white-red-white flag and the Pahonia were replaced with modified Soviet-era symbols. Since then, the Pahonia has been banned from public use. Its image is considered politically subversive, and in recent years, even historical depictions have been removed from museums and public buildings. The controversy surrounding the Pahonia lies in its meaning. To the Belarusian opposition and diaspora, it represents historical continuity, national sovereignty, and a European identity separate from Russian influence. To the government, it represents a direct challenge to the state narrative that emphasizes Soviet and Russian ties. Unlike the white-red-white flag, which symbolizes democratic protest, the Pahonia asserts a deeper historical legitimacy that predates Russian control altogether. Today, the Pahonia remains illegal in Belarus but widely used abroad as a symbol of resistance and cultural identity. It stands as one of the most politically sensitive emblems in Europe, a medieval heraldic design that continues to embody contested visions of Belarus's past and future.